In any case, I'll take this opportunity, by the way, as I'm doing this. If you're watching this on YouTube, please consider coming by the stream. 4 p.m. Pacific, usually most days I'm going live, twitch.tv/WBBQ. And if you're in the Twitch chat, I'm back. We're doing streams every fucking day. I'm doing some streams tomorrow. I'm actually doing some non-stream content, some behind-the-scenes shit tomorrow that's gonna be on a good friend of mine's YouTube tomorrow. I'm doing content. I got a lot of ideas for the stream. If you've got a Twitch Prime that you can afford to drop to help me pay my rent, because I really am fucking hugging the line of being able to afford rent right now and not. It would go a long way, so I'm just gonna say, if you can Prime, I appreciate it. If you can't, no big deal. M2K is a fucking, he's an Essence kind of guy at the end of the day, man. Mewtwo King wants to find that one, he used to say, I just want to find that broken thing and abuse it. Like, that was kind of his thing. But yeah, Phil is like, you're doing a bunch of smoke and mirrors. Essence is like, you're trying to hit them with your big win condition moves. You're trying to hit them with fucking Falcon Knee, Rest, Wobble. You know, there's one thing your character wants to do, and it wants to do it well. Yeah, Mango's a Phil God, Nun's a Phil God. Well, no, Nun's a Phil God. Nun literally, like, doesn't knee sometimes because he wants to Phil more, you know what I'm saying? Tier list for top 20 players instead of characters. Wow. There's an idea. There's an idea. Someone gift that guy a sub. All right. How do I do a melee top 20 player tier list? All right, we're listening to Danganronpa music while we do this tier list. All right. Essence versus Phil. Now, again, Essence is all about... When I think of Essence characters, they're characters that really fucking exemplify one specific thing that they're looking for. You know? When I think about players... You kind of know what to expect. They're looking for that one thing. They're going to hit you with that one thing. You already know what it looks like when Mewtwo King throws someone off the ledge and gimps them. That's what he's looking for. Okay? Phil-based characters, you don't even fucking know. It's all smoke and mirrors. And unlike characters and players where at the end of the smoke and mirrors, you know what they're going to hit you with at the very end. Sometimes with these Phil-based players, you don't even know. Mango hits people with kill moves I've never even fucking seen in my entire life before sometimes. I'm just like, how the fuck did he... How did he consider that? So I'm going to put Mango. Mango's the easiest person to place. He's all Phil. Mango is the most Phil-based player, I think, in the game right now. I just think he's incredibly creative. Mango doesn't need one win condition to win. Mango invents new win conditions on the spot. Of course their character matters. You just see that fucking... The Five Gods talking about how Armada was a brick wall? You think they'd be saying that if Armada played a character like fucking Falco? No, they're saying because he's a Peach player. That's why he feels the way he feels to play. Of course the character matters. All right, let's just get the obvious ones out of the way, okay? Pure Essence, all Phil. I think Wizzy's at the top of Pure Essence. I'm pretty sure Wizzy is like the most, and I think a lot of people will take this as an insult, so I'm just gonna throw out ahead of time that this is not a fucking insult. I think he's predictable. Predictable. The thing is, it doesn't matter. Like, with Wizzy, yeah, you know he's gonna fucking do that fucking nair, drip back nair, pull back stomp, and then he's gonna knee you. Or he's gonna grab you and he's gonna fucking Texas you to death. Yeah, you know it's coming, it doesn't make it any worse. At the end of the day, there's that Wizzy essence and he's gonna bring that shit to the table. H-Bucks is the master flipping the Phil switch, and that's why I don't think he's really pure essence. I think he's mostly essence. I think at the end of the day, H-Bucks does rely on certain things to kind of take stocks and clutch out games and things like that. I think that a lot of the time, especially Clutch Box, is very essence-oriented, but there's a lot of the Phil to kind of mask it before he hits you with it, you know what I'm saying? Johnny, I think, he's pretty loose in freeform, I feel like. I feel like Johnny, if anything, over the years, he's gotten more and more towards essence. Like, as the years have gone on, like, especially when I watch him in contrast to a guy like Nun, I do feel like Johnny is a little more essence. He's very much, to me, on the cusp. He's very in the middle, I think. How do you guys feel about Johnny? Johnny's somewhere here, bottom of this tier, top of this tier to me. Think we need a military equal essence Phil? No, it's just like, so when you work at a company, when you try to interview people to hire them, they do 1, 2, 3, 4. There's no 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know why? Because everyone would put everyone at 3. I interviewed that guy, I kind of liked him. Should we hire him? It's a 3 for me. I want to see what you guys have to say about it. No, we're not doing that shit. No, you can't do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everyone's gonna fucking default everyone to 3. He's kind of Phil, he's got essence, put him in 3. No, we gotta make a decision here. Okay? If we do an even number of answers, everyone's gonna be in the fucking middle. You gotta be an even, an odd number. You gotta do an even number. Plup is so Phil, dude. Plup actually, like, Plup Mango might even be fucking interchangeable. I think Mango's a little more Phil than Plup, but Plup is so Phil. I think Right is more Phil. I think it's how, we gotta do the fucking format that Ginger stuck to. We gotta do the format Ginger established, and I'm gonna put Plup at the left. I think he's a little less Phil than Mango. Maybe as a result of his character. He's just playing Sheik, who's a little more essential than Falco is. Even as a Samus player, I think, you know, all his characters, I think, are kind of like that. He's very fluid, very game sense oriented kind of player. Plus Fox's essence, I don't even really necessarily agree with that. I don't think it's that essential. Axe is, yeah, I think Axe is, because, okay, yeah, look, there's matches where he's doing some shit against Foxes, and it's like, oh, he's gimping him, or he takes some FD and chain grabs him, but, like, Axe is low-key a bit essence, but, no, I think against floaties, against Sheik, like, yeah, against Foxes, sure, I see it, but no, I don't think Pikachu is that. I think, yeah, okay, I mean, yeah, I totally agree that Axe kind of wants to hit you with specific things if you're playing a fastballer. Even in those matchups, though, you kind of got to DI and shit for him. You kind of got to play into his, like, the way he plays. Also, him as a player, playing his secondaries, like, all the characters he plays on stream. He's not a very essence kind of guy at the end of the day. He's always trying to do some weird new shit. Cool Guy Jones with the Prime. Thank you, Cool Guy Jones. I appreciate that. No, I don't think Axe is that essential. I don't think he's somewhere in here. I think he's gonna pretty clearly be a mostly fill kind of player. And it like, seriously, watch this set and I don't think you can disagree with me on this. No, it's like Marth. Like, yeah, Marth is gonna do some shit to Spaceys that you can expect to see 1,000 times in a row, but, you know, you gotta consider the whole package here. You gotta consider the whole package here. Yeah, I think Axe is pretty clearly mostly fill. Mostly fill. Moki, a lot of, Moki, if anything, he's finding new ways to fill all the time. Moki's finding new ways to fill all the time. All the time. And he plays Fox, who's a pretty fill-oriented character for the most part. Moki, I think there's no argument. I mean, it doesn't take much further than his Twitter clips to know that he's doing a lot. There's a lot of whoa, Moke, I'm getting Moki'd on, you know? I don't think Parry's are essence. Nah, Amsa's not, nah. He's not that essential, I don't think, at the end of the day. I really don't. I think he actually does a lot of fucking, like, I remember, like, playing him over the years, too. Even against Fox, who's a character that a lot of characters end up flowcharting. Like, as the years went on, he started working in grabs. A lot of his platform movement, because, like, he can't just play solely on reaction. He's kind of got to bait you into things. I think he's pretty variable. I think he's a pretty variable player. I think he is kind of towards the essence side, but I'm going to put him here. A little less fill than S2J, but I'm going to put him right here. I think he's mostly fill. He flips a switch. Yeah, I think it's a lot of fill and then some essence at the end, you know? But yeah, Yoshi's neutral is a lot of smoke and mirrors. That's a lot of fill. Big Lef. Lef, I think, is... I mean, I think the thing that makes Lef so dangerous as a player, and Small V4, by the way, thank you for the tier 1, my dude. I think he's a pretty essence Fox. I'm going to put him at the bottom of mostly essence. I think the thing about Lef that's really cool is, like, he's got the game sense to go fill mode if he needs to. But I think when Levin's looking really good, when Levin looks really good, he's so essence. Like, watch this shit.
And he makes it look so easy.
This is the stock. Look at the stock.
Oh no.
Okay. And he makes it look so easy.
Yeah.
Look at that fucking stock.
Like, that looked like that's the kind of combo you're like, why do that combo?
Wow.
You know?
Yeah, S2J.
Look, you know what I mean? Yeah, Fox is a pretty non-essential character, I feel. Like, Fox has to do... He just kind of has to hit you with a lot of moves. That's kind of how he is. Like, unless you're fighting Puff, you know, you don't have a kill move you can kill them with at 60. It just doesn't work that way. But I think Leffen positions himself as essence as he can for being a Fox player. Which is not that far into the essence tier, but I do think he's... When he looks really good, it's all essence.
Nice space back.
Oh, we got redacted commentary. I gotta mute. But I love Prague. Just noticed that. Look at this fucking combo. Look at this fucking combo. You can't tell me. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was that if not essence? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this fucking combo he does. Look, watch. Up here. Up here. Up here. Up here. Get fucking up here again. Get back here. I'm gonna edge guard you. Boom, you're dead. Look at that shit. So, you know, there's some fill in here. That's just kind of how Fox is a character. Like, yeah, sometimes he's just gotta jump and nair you at 120. It's fine. It's kind of how he is. Jesus. But, you know, at the end of the day... Oh, he should have killed him right there. He's going to kill him anyway, though. Wow, he actually got him. He kind of flubbed that edge guard a couple times. He taunted him! That was an essential taunt, I feel. That was an essential taunt, I feel. At the end of the day. Yeah, Levin's more essence, I think. It's just kind of how he is. Drills him. All right. Yeah, to me, that's an essence Fox game. I think when he looks really good, he's essence, but he's got the game sense to fall back on the fill if he needs to. That's kind of how I feel about Lep, but I'm going to put him mostly essence. I'm going to put him like right about here. Zane, lots of essence, I think, from Zane, right? I think that he started as this kind of player. He started up here and he's gradually kind of worked his way down. But at the end of the day, I feel like Zayn finds ways to take new things. It never looks like Phil when he does it. Things that other Marths go for these things and you're like, oh, that Marth's filling. But when Zayn does it, you know he spent hours on that shit in the lab and it's fucking essence for him. You know what I'm talking about? Spud is on here. Congratulations, Spud, for making it to that summit. Spud's really fucking sick. I think he's a very Phil-oriented player, actually. He's a Marth, so, like, he's more essence than a lot of players. But I think for a Marth, he's pretty fucking Phil. Like, I've played him a fair bit. I feel like Spud's hitting with some new... Also, he's one of these guys that has a million secondaries. Like, Spud, to me, is around here. He's a very freestyle-y kind of Marth. Zayn, I'm going to have to rebalance, like, Zayn and H-Bucks at the end. We're going to get to them. Triff... Mostly essence, I feel. He is more freestyle for a Peach player. He's got a lot of game sense kind of stuff that he does. He's either top of mostly Phil, bottom mostly essence. He's a little bit hard to characterize. I don't think he's as flowcharty as, say, an Armada or a Keizu. But Peach can't freestyle too hard at the end of the day. I've also played his Falco. I think just like playing some of his secondaries, I feel like he's more of an essence-based player. So I'm going to put him here. IBW definitely mostly essence too. I think he's actually more essence than a guy like Leffen. I'm going to put Leffen here, more Phil. I think IBW is... He's got certain things he really wants to look for. That's kind of the way he got good. The way I think about some of these guys is like... The way I think about some of these guys is like the way they got good kind of accentuates their style of play. And I think IBW, the way he got good was like very specific things he was looking for, you know. He's got his full jump that he likes to fall back on. So I think he's more of a Phil player. It is Cody. Yeah, it's an older photo of him. So I'm going to put Cody right around here. I think that's pretty fair, you know. I think that's pretty fair. You guys think Triff is more Phil? Here's the thing. Triff against floaties is definitely pretty Phil. When I watch Triff against floaties, I feel like he's freestyling all the time. I think he's doing that all the time. You know? Maybe Triff here. I'm gonna leave him here for now. Ginger! Ginger, very much mostly Phil. I don't know if he's all Phil. He's got certain things. You know, he charged that down smash against H-Box. That was an essence-based down smash at the end of the day, but... bottom of, you know, top of all Phil, bottom of mostly Phil. Ginger's flowcharty. He has flowcharty for a Falco. He's flowcharty. Yeah, he's flowcharty for a Falco. Axe is more Phil than Ginger is, so I'm going to put him here. Somewhere here. Yeah, I was thinking ahead of Axe. Yeah. I can't justify putting him higher than... He's more Phil than Spud. I don't really think... Is he more Phil than fucking S2J? Maybe Ginger. Ginger's got certain things he likes to fall back on. But even the soul of how they play, like when Johnny does a Johnny stock, that's like a Johnny stock. That's like the essence of Johnny, you know? Like, yeah, it's not a flowchart, but like that's essence, you know? I feel like S2J is fucking... Johnny stocks are kind of essential. I don't know. Commentator Phil Essence tier list. Bobby Essence. Me, Phil. Phil. All right, none at the end of the day. Yeah, none's good. He's got some shit he's gonna hit you with, but like, dude, there was a whole period where he wasn't kneeing because he wanted to be more Phil. Like, he's so... Yeah, I'm gonna put him at the top of all Phil. I think sometimes he'll essence you. Like, sometimes he'll essence you and you kind of get wham bam thank you ma'am. But, I mean, a lot of it is he's first sitting there doing shit to you. He's filling all over the fucking place, dude. West Balls is actually shockingly essential, I think. He is shockingly essential. I think at the end of the day, West Balls is trying to fucking... I think he's trying to essence you with Falco. Like, even the way he plays, he likes up tilt and auto cancel bear. He likes essencey moves more than the Philly moves, I think. I think fucking... Yeah, Nut is Phil, Bond is essence. I agree. Armada, yeah, Armada's a fucking essential kind of guy. Everything about Armada screams essence. I think just as a person, he's essence. I think if a tool isn't essence, he's going to take it and he's going to fucking make it essence. Like, the way Armada plays is like everything is so fucking calculated. It's hashed out. You know that when he goes for an option, he's thought about that shit. It's a fucking real option that it's like when he does a fucking down tilt, you're like, oh my God, that was a brilliant down tilt. Hey, what up, West Balls? That's a great emote, by the way. Holy shit. Yeah, I think Armada's so essential, man. The way he lives his life. Armada wakes up in the morning and he's fucking essencing out of his mind. He brushes his teeth in an essential way. I think Armada as a person is so essential, dude. There's no fucking smoke and mirrors. He's just fucking better than you. You're trying to beat him and you can't. That's all it is. If you've ever played Armada, you know what I'm talking about. It's all essence. A lot of it is the feel. You got to realize, just because it's not a fucking hashed out game plan, that's not what essence and feel comes down to at the end of the day. It's a more fucking abstract thing. You know what I mean? It's like the way the player feels. Yeah, Armada made hype, like reverse bear. Armada made that standard the way, like, you know, Wizzy, Okay, and Nicholas M. Whittier, they're the only Falcon players in the world. They can double knee you and somehow make it not look cool. Like, same shit, honestly. Armada's chest best move as fuck. Yeah, I agree. Armada's pure essence. And you know what? He's honestly the essence of Melee at the end of the day. Mewtwo King. Show him why he's the king. See, I think Mewtwo King's fucking essenced out of his skull, dude. Mewtwo King built a career on essencing. Okay? Yeah, Armada, don't get me wrong. These players, so remember I was talking about Ginger's tier list and like, you could make it a fucking Phil, like each, imagine Fox, Phil 9, Essence 7. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, Fox can fucking essence you if he needs to. A guy like Armada, he can essence you, or he can fill you if he needs to. He'll fill you right up. He'll fill you up. He'll top it off too. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, Armada's an essence guy. Mewtwo King is an essence guy. Mewtwo King fucking, he used to fucking do, he would get Foxes and he'd play them on FD for hours so that he could essence better. Dewan is a lot of fill. Dewan's a lot of fill. He's somewhere here. He might even be more fill than Dewan. Actually, Dewan is very fill. What am I talking about? Dewan, he couldn't essence if he wanted to. He's bad at it. He's not good at it. Dewan's mostly fill, almost out of necessity. I'm gonna put him here. I'm gonna put Dewan right there. Think he's all fill? Yeah, is he all fill? I don't think his neutrals. Actually, he's pretty fucking fill, man. I'm gonna put Dewan here. Yeah, maybe you're right. SFAT, very fill. I think the thing about SFAT is he's fill because he has to be. I don't think SFAT has much essence in him. I think SFAT, like, he's, I'm putting at the bottom, mostly fill. I think SFAT is, he's not like what I would call a freestyle player. I don't think he's what I would call necessarily a freestyle player, but like, you know, he's just not very flowcharty. I think when SFAT looks his weakest, it's because he doesn't have essence to fall back on. But when he's very practiced, when he's very sharp, he's been playing a lot, entering a lot of tournaments. You know, he's just so solid that like, and he's just like, he kind of epitomizes Fox's fill playstyle. Like, he's gonna hit you with a lot of different things. He's good at it. He's good at masking what his intentions are. It really shines in doubles, especially. And he's just a very tricky player. If you've ever played against him, you know that like, oh my god, this guy's he's so frustrating to try to beat. He's just very good at being unpredictable. Very good at fucking. You know, he's not always the most 20xx clear-cut, like, technical Fox or whatever, but, like, he's super fast. So I think SFAT's going to be down towards the bottom, mostly Phil. Big Abe Fury, thank you so much for the 7 months, my dude. Can we just say Flowchart Freestyle? No, because it's more than that. And the hardest player to rank is Hugo. Holy fuck. Hugo. Okay, I can do this. I played Hugo a bunch, actually, at Summit 10. Like, recently. Like 3 weeks ago, I played Hugo for like hours. Hugo to me is very Phil, but it's the kind of Phil, it's like Sopa. Like his whole thing is like, I'm going to shift out of memeing on Hugo for a little bit here. I think Hugo's whole deal is he's very good jab mix-ups, up tilt, forward tilt mix-ups, a lot of being unpredictable and neutral, kind of chipping away at you, playing the percents pretty well. He's good at like staying disciplined about he's disciplined. Check this out. He's disciplined at being undisciplined. He's disciplined at being unpredictable. He's essence at being Phil. Like with most Samuses, I can poke at their shields and I can play them in such a way that eventually I can bait out uppies out of shield. I know they're gonna be out of shield. It's the flowchart thing to do in a given situation. And Hugo's good at like, he knows I'm kind of looking for that. And he will kind of like, he'll relent, he'll shield longer than he needs to. He's looking for a wave dash out of shield because I'm looking for a certain thing. He's a very play the player kind of guy. And so I actually think Hugo's mostly Phil. I think that there's essence at the end of it, but I think he's mostly Phil. I'm tempted to go like that. I think he's dynamic for sure. I think he gives you the idea of essence, yeah, because it's Samus, and Samus kind of, but he plays Samus in a very Phil-oriented way. Like it almost makes you feel like if he had another character that he could, I mean, Samus works great for him, but it almost feels like he would be an even better player if there was a character that he could, because with Samus, you kind of have to essence at the end of the day. I almost feel like if Hugo had a little more tech skill and he played a character like, imagine Hugo started the game with a character like Sheik or Fox, and he just like, you know, he could move his hands faster, and he wasn't 40 years old. Like, I feel like that would work really well for him. But yeah, I think Hugo's really Philly. Oh, Peepee's so Phil. Yeah, Peepee's so Phil, dude.